back on Legacy today, which is great because I just got out of a very frustrating Pioneer League where um, I got disconnected multiple times. And then, yeah, went 1 and 4 due to multiple disconnects, and that kind of sucked. The one beforehand went really well, though. So, there's that. Come on. Please, for the love of God, let me. Hmm? Where is it? Oh my God. Wow, this is awful. Okay. No, not Reanimator. Okay. There we go. So we're going to be playing some Blue-Red Delver. Before we get into the matches proper, I want everyone to scroll down just a little and take a look at our links below. You can end up finding me on Twitter at Almost Omniscient. You can find the rest of our streams, the schedule. We also have a Patreon if you feel like donating because you're such a generously inclined, wonderful human being who we love so dearly. If you have suggestions for like decks or for just things we can do to make the stream better, please let us know. We um check out our sponsor, Mom's Basement Games TCG Player, and where you can find a whole bunch of the goodies you may see in this video. So now let's go over the deck. This is a pretty stock Blue-Red Delver list. It's just good tempo-y stuff. Use Dread Horde, draw lots of cards. Yeah. I haven't really had much time to. Oh wow, we're on Sulfuric Vortex. Okay, I was no Bloodwinds. Interesting. Ah yes, more Cowbell. That would be, you know. All right, there you go, chat. That's all you got. That is all you got. Is that much Cowbell? I wouldn't want to spoil dinner by having too much. One thing I do not like is the fact that snow-covered basics are objectively correct to run because, well, you need to be able to bluff people into thinking you're on a snow pile. Fortunately, the snow pile, like, the snow pile lists are kind of fading out as Breach gets more ridiculous. Man, why did we have to get in the queue right after someone ended up? Yeah, we'll just. Yeah, so Legacy right now is kind of weird. I was playing vampires, so there's that. Let's see. Did I have a limited thing? Oh yeah, it's the new to MTGO Phantom Sealed League. Ooh. So, hopefully, we get in a match soon, because I really want to just be able to play some. Of course, there's always an even number of players who are active in the queue, but I can't be one of them. Hmm. Oh, Twitter. Oh, Twitter, please. Stop spoiling me with such moronic statements. Uh, Someone is talking about how even in no ban list or um everything but like Hogak, Eldrazi, and Urza, uh, Twin would be the best deck, which is kind of goofy. Hopefully, no Abrupt Decay deck is really all I got. Nope. So we will just beat in. I was really hoping they'd flip that. Fortunately, Brazen Borrower only counts as an instant or sorcery. Well, it is on the stack. Sure. Brainstorm away, my dude. So they're also probably on Blue Red Delver, based on the Arid Mesa, because it's that or like a blue-white list. There's normally not much in between. So, let's see. Nope. We're going to use that sort of like a scry. So we can fetch after the reveal, to let us sort of, okay, we don't like the top card of our deck. We can tuck it. I'm not going to stop a brainstorm with dazes at this point. Alternatively, they may be on breach, which is kind of a troubling possibility that I didn't consider. Hmm. Hmm. I'm starting to feel like it might not be like a typical blue-white control list just because of how little they are doing. Yes. Let's grab a Volk, though, because I don't want that Lightning Bolt when I could have something that is not that Lightning Bolt. For instance, this Delver of Secrets. It should put them under a pretty fast clock. Might be able to just get them. Please just be on normal miracles. Don't do this. We're going to be in suspense. We're going to be kept in suspense for a while. I'm hoping they don't concede, because I just want to know what they're playing so I know whether or not I should be worried. Hmm. Okay, they are on breach. So I can cast both these. I'm going to keep this Vulk in hand because if we need to brainstorm, we just need to brainstorm. Nerve-wracking. They're playing what is currently the premier combo deck of the format. It can go off sort of out of nowhere. It doesn't need a whole ton of setup, which makes it, well, pretty rough to beat a lot of the time. So we'll take a quick gander here. So they have the Seal of Cleansing main. The grinding station wasn't there before. So this does not feel like it's going to be the best matchup in the world for us by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll just attack. That's not it. All right. Well, good start. Good start. Excuse me just a moment while I get a cough drop. So we have another number of cards in here that are very helpful in this matchup. Null Rod is the foremost amongst them because Null Rod stops Lion's Eye Diamond, it stops Lotus Petal, which means it's pretty important. Flusterstorm is a way of countering setups. True Name is a little... Well, okay. Let's just go over cards that are good first. Grafdigger's Cage and Tormods also do their best job at stopping them from going off. Pyroblast is a way of disabling cantrips. I'm hesitant to bring in Narset and Surgical because, well, they have potential value. Surgical Extraction is contingent on them more or less not getting to do their thing. Chain Lightning and Forked Bolt are not going to be especially good. They have a ton of basics, so I would always end up trimming on some number of Wastelands. The question is, what are our other cuts? Because we still want to have... This is 10... 11, 12. I don't want to go down below 12 threats. It's probably one lightning bolt. But the surgical may be better. When, we'll try the surgicals. I don't actually know how good they are is the one issue. This has no actual... Well, this one actually is okay. Well, we have no possible plays. So hopefully that we don't get turn 1 here, as that would really suck. Oh, hey Arkin. You are, as always, the best. I have spoken. Short declarative statements. The reason we love the Mandalorian. Let's ponder. Was that a pun? Did you just get me with a pun? Well played. Thank you very much. I'll get you eventually. So... What am I stopping here? Oh, yeah. So they would be able to get one of the seals that ends up actually acting as a shatter. And I really would prefer they do not. I had to think about that for a moment because I haven't gotten to play against this deck more than twice in paper. Now, I'll be playing against it later tonight, but mentor me. You won't. Oof. They didn't mentor us, but it felt substantially worse than getting mentored. Because, well... So... God. I want the Tormod's Crypt, so... Oh, we can just have the days. And have a force and the days. We can Tormods them if they go to Breach. So until they go to Breach, this Tormod's Crypt is sort of... It acts like it does against Reanimator, that is to say, this sort of not threat. And that's kind of a big deal, because can't combo if you're scared. So first he has to have set up sufficiently that he could combo, that the threat posed by an Underworld breach would be valid, and then he has to take the loss of the combo, which is a little rough, in case you can't imagine it. So, we'll get rid of a daze, because I really need a threat. We still have the bolt on top for... Now, if he goes for like a brainstorm here, we definitely will daze that. Okay, he didn't. Let's see what this lad is planning. Don Haggis. My throat's sore, so I'm not going to end up accosting all of you fine folks with the sound of me trying to sound like I can say haggis without being a dweeb. So, if we crack the Tormods here, and he has... I think we just have to. And hope he doesn't have the brain freeze. Wait, that won't make a difference. Never mind. Alright, well, we're gonna die here, so while we're dying... Yeah, we're just dead. LED. Damn, the deck is goofy. That deck is so goofy. Need Hydroblasts or something? Eidolon of the Great Revel? Well, let's try that. Hopefully this one goes better. Yes, I would like to go first. Oh, this one's actually completely serviceable. Took the snow-covered island. Well, hopefully we survive long enough to be able to do things. Because I don't want to run out the Null Rod until we can feasibly protect it. Which we may be dead by, to be honest. So, we'll just run it out and pray. Didn't have the Spell Pierce. That's a start. Jeskai, Underworld Breach. Seal of Removal is in it. Seal of Cleansing is the one we're scared of. The good news is that this boy should be able to stock back up our hand, assuming that we don't die. And if we don't die, we might be able to win. That's going to get the Seal of Cleansing, so... I think I'm going to get the actual... I'm going to get these... I'm just going to get a Volk. We'll Flusterstorm that, so that we don't get blown up by, like, a Spell Pierce. Now, there is a decent chance I'm playing all of this incorrectly because, like I had mentioned before, haven't ever played against this deck outside of paper, so... That's pretty reasonable. So the good news is we'll flip our Delver. And we have 2 pieces of interaction. So we aren't in the worst spot in the world. We are not doing especially great, though, because they don't have a particularly constrained timeline to kill us. It's mostly whenever they want / are able to. Which isn't like you would see out of, like, Ant or Tez. Yeah, we can't really afford to fight over that. So what are we going to... We're going to cast the Ponder in our yard. That was a mildly ridiculous top deck. I'm okay with not being able to cast the things in our yard. I'll live. The top deck was solid. It was above average. Come on, salt message. No salt message. Damn shame. No, show me the game log. It's tempting to stop that brainstorm, but because we have a very limited amount of things we can do, I'd rather just hold on it. The good news is that if this flips, they're 2 fetches away from dying. Bad news, well, they'll have 5 mana, which means we can't daze their Underworld Breach and we'll die if they have a way of answering our cage. So, they're trade-offs. You know, small, largely marginal trade-offs. Why is Yawgmoth's Bargain banned again? Why is Yawgmoth's Deal banned? So this match was semi-miraculous. I wouldn't go further than that, but it was at least a little bit.
Did you?
Alright, well, let's see how the next match goes. Breach. Delver is normally marginally favored against Storm decks. We hit the margins there. More importantly, we got very lucky with Nullrod and Grafdiggers. So there was that. All right. Oh, by the way, you can scroll down a little. We have a TCG player. I don't know what's in stock and what's not. And you can find me at Twitter at Almost Omniscient, where I will talk about Legacy and get angry about dumb things. But more importantly, I'll reshare a lot of tweets about dogs. And really, that's the only reason I still have a Twitter. Is it the optimal reason? No. Yes. Alright, so let's see who is up next. Give me JPA or Lewis. Actually, don't give me either of them. I don't have the best record against... Well, I have a good record against JPA. Lewis, I am like... 1 in 5 against. Yeah. So we'll just go over this Jeskai list. So outside of the 4 forces and the spell pierce, I'm gonna assume that they have fairly similar lists. And hopefully I'm not playing against it again, because match was nerve-wracking. Yes, I would like to play first. I'll keep this. We have a reasonable curve. Hmm. What a day to have cut the blood moons. Pardon? What is happening? Okay, so I'm assuming that I'm playing on some depths variant. This ends up turning into just... Okay, so they're probably on green-white depths. This is a normal deck. I was worried I was playing against lands at the start because it's been a while, but then I realized lands is not probably very good right now. Yeah, it's depths. Oh no. Teague beats. So... I guess we'll ponder and see if we can set up another Delver flip. So we get to run out of Delver, we'll have the Force backup. And we may be able to get to a sufficient number of bolts to do something. If someone had told me, like, 4 years ago that there would be depth stacks that looked like this, I'd have just rolled my eyes at you. Like, I wouldn't have. I would have just been like, pardon? You're shitting me. And that gets round Teague. Yeah, we'll reveal that, and then we're gonna attempt to ponder our way to another lightning bolt and just kill him. Big dead. Alright. So far, so good. Okay, so how do we want to board for depths? Vapor Snag is a good one. True name. It's kind of very awkward. Like, ew. Flusterstorm is okay sometimes. Forkbolt and Chain Lightning can both go, because these are both sorcery speed. I think I would rather have those in a surgical, because the surgical can also end up being used to, like, take all their depths. Depths. Ugh. Word is not fun to pronounce. Mm. The hand functions. Hmm. Yeah. We can try this. Mm. Ouch. Green sun? Ugh. Mm. Stop that. So here's where we get to make a decision as to whether or not this is worth bolting at the moment. I think I would rather just run out the Delver. And I know I'm going to regret that. Yep, definitely regretted it. So the reason I'm not just bolting this now is because I need to establish some amount of pressure before I can really do interacting things. And it turns out I'm not using spell-based pressure, so gotta do this manually. If they run out the night... So they're setting up to run out at night. Why is this over here? Okay, there. Now it is seeable. It is knowable. Huh. Is this worth it to you? If I force the swords... Yeah. We're gonna force the swords and... hope that was not stupidly off base. So... I do not like that. Do not like that one bit. Please don't have like a Veil of Summer. Oh god, those are both so bad. Yeah. That kind of sucks. Cantrip? Or removal spell? Hmm? That's not awful. if in serious enough trouble, we can end up... I'm okay exchanging tokens. Whoops. Okay, give me a spell. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So if we pulled the Thalia, he sacrifices a land to give it Shroud. Or if we beat in with all, he blocks this, he takes 7, goes 1. Shit, that's aggravating. So I think what we're gonna do is we are just gonna attack with our bug in the tokens. That way we're getting pretty reasonable clock. We have our Brazen Borrower up to be able to block Merit Lage if need be. And we have our Lightning Bolt. So unless he's on the, okay, he's not on the right thing. Yeah, it used to be around in regular Turbo Depths. You sacrifice a creature and it drains life equal to power, and it was the way of beating bridge decks. And I always just thought, wow, that's gross. Yeah. So let's see how this next one goes. So hopefully we get paired against just not D&T, because D&T is just an abysmal matchup. It's not only is it not a good matchup, it is a very bad feeling one at that, which is a very unfortunate combination. Cantrips, threats. The lands are awkward. That's alright though, because hopefully we hit a Brainstorm. They're going to be on like Black Red Reanimator and we're just going to die. That would be what I am expecting is, oh, by the way, Black Red, GG. That's informative. Blue fetch. I should have been using Flooded Strands because it gives less information. Just play a Delver of Secrets, please. I forgot to bring in Blazing Volley against them the first time. Wow, I'm dumb. Their Art Brainstorm beats ours. I don't know how we can win. Truly devastating. Good news is Brainstorm, we can draw 3, then we can ponder off of this to be able to shuffle, which is a great way of not feeling horrendous about things because, well, normally if you manually brainstorm and then ponder, it's a very bad feeling. We also have the Wasteland to put them back 1 step, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, couldn't not. Here we're just hoping. Oof. I think we just lose. Oh, Intuition, put 3 Brain Freezes in the yard. If they do that, we're done. Alright, just show me you know how to read. This version, we definitely want Surgical against. Oh, we die. Okay, so... Wastelands are awkward. True name is awkward. Forkbolt and Chain Lightning are also very awkward. Cards we want. So we want 9. Cut those 6. 7, 8. What's the last cut? It is... Yeah, it's another lightning bolt. The surgicals are likely better than I'm giving them credit for, because while the deck can avoid them, this is a very Xerox hand. Okay. Another land would be Stellar, but I'm not going to count on it. Hmm. So if we brainstorm, we have... There are two upsides. One is that we get to make sure that our Delver will flip, and two is that we can potentially end up getting to run out our Dread Horde, and I think we just kind of need to go for that. Yikes. Yikes. Hmm. So there are a few different ways that Spell Pierce works here. One is we shut them off of a shuffle, which is okay. Um, mm-hmm. The question is, how risky do we want to be with this following brainstorm? Do we want to wait for... Hmm. I think it's important enough to have that null rad down. And on his own, the Dread Horde should be able to get us there if this null rod doesn't get destroyed. Because... Huh. What did they return? Turn to Falk. So they are on a much more streamlined list than I'm used to. Not swell. I'm not a fan of when I'm playing against a faster variant, because the list that I had been looking at... Where are you? Just guy. Yeah, they were on 1 Volk, 1 Tundra, so this list has trimmed in order to go faster. Which is always scary, but it also can mean that they are much more fragile. Unfortunately, we have no idea which they are right now. So, hopefully... they just end up sort of fizzling. Null Rod is very powerful against this deck. Hmm. I'm gonna go up cards thanks to Dreadhorde, so I'm less scared of that brainstorm kind of sucking. So with two flip delvers, that's 2 turn clock. Versus 3. Yeah, I think I would rather just get the present sufficient pressure to kill them and force them to have it. Never mind. Okay, so going second. Is there a difference in how we board, knowing they bring in mentors? I think we want more lightning bolts. Now, what the lightning bolts are there instead of is a rough one. I don't know how great Tormod's is going second. I don't think Tormod's is especially great, actually, as I was probably thinking. 2 bolts, I guess. Ugh. This one's just... Deck is hard. Deck is really hard. Namely theirs, but we have to think really hard while playing against them. We have a lot of really good interaction here. We only have the 2 bolts, yeah? Yeah, okay. Just wanted to be sure about that. I'm actually going to Spell Pierce this. Should have surgicaled the Brainstorms when they just had the red mana up. Which is more on me than anything else. This needed to be another island. We're semi-insulated from a mentor game plan. So we have all of our counter magic up, as well as our lightning bolt and our surgical extraction. That is a decent start. So if we surgical the underworld, if they don't have the lotus petal, we're dead here. If they have like their cards that don't suck. So we're forced to hope that what they have in hand doesn't include any. Okay, so they have Storm, STP, Breach. And then we get to surgical them. So I think we should be able to say we should be able to win this game. There. That is as concrete a statement as I'm going for. Is we should be able to get there. Yeah, thank goodness they played a land that turn. Or had already played a land that turn. Because if they had an extra land drop, I don't. Our ability to come back would have been questionable. They're going to get a token either way. Fetch. They're going to get a token. Oh, they don't have another fetch target. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Yep. We have the bolt and we have a force. So they have to go for that now. And then we just get them with forcing that, then bolts the mentor. Are you going to do this during my upkeep? I can't believe we've gotten past the Veil of Summer age. I'm done with that. I could have just cast that. Well, whatever. We made it past the difficult part of that game, playing correctly, and then we made it to the part of the game where we were allowed to punt, and we did. Or, well, where we were allowed to mess up, and then we immediately did. So, let's see how this next one goes. Hopefully it goes as well as the previous two, because those were great. And then after this, I'm gonna go get dinner. Yes. Fastmall. We've gone first a lot today. I don't want to go down below 6. Just be on Delver so I can wasteland you. I know he'll just be on Breach. Who am I kidding? Brazen Borrower is not the best threat here, but it is a threat. And then we bolt their Delver. And then we have ourselves sort of at a weird semi-tempo advantage. I wouldn't go so far as to say an actual tempo advantage, but it is a less awkward tempo advantage. Yeah, look for that extra land that we're immediately going to wasteland you off of. Hell yeah. There we go. This is why your boy is a god of Delver. And by that, I mean, holy shit, that was really questionable plays. Put on the bottom, put on the bottom. I should have taken the island, actually. That was goofy. If I had taken the island, I could have cast this Brazen Borrower. I don't know which Delver variant they are on, but it doesn't really change how I want to approach this matchup. Flusterstorms are good. Pyroblasts are good. Abrade is strong medium. It'll depend on what variant they are on. Negation is if. Dazes, I don't want going second. So I think I'll take an Abrade over that. I want our forces. Because the forces, force is important if they are on Grixis, because we need a clean way for dealing with a Gurmag or a True Name. I am always inclined to keep hands with lots of lands in Delver Mirrors, which we'll find out very quickly if they are on Rug. I feel very fortunate to have yep, no thanks. I don't want them to be able to make cards not dead. If we strangle their ability to, like, set up a real hand, we'll just win. We're on a pretty threat-dense list, so what I did earlier, although very greedy, has some pretty sizable upsides. No Stifle? No Stifle. Nope. It's unfortunate that they got another brainstorm. A Goyf here would really suck, which is probably what it is, given the lands they have. Is there a Hex Drinker? And I'm not a... Oh! Okay, oof. Oof. I was worried they just had it right there. You do kind of need a threat, though. That is a pretty damn nice threat. Mm. Man, I can't wait to have Dazes in our deck. Ooh, we get to do this during this beginning of combat. Mm. That seems like it's probably a little aggravating. Ooh. Hmm. Damn. So, hopefully they go for, like, the brainstorm. That's very unfortunate. Well, give us a threat. Hmm. Hmm. I was not expecting that. Hmm. 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 We more or less need to hit a true name here or we lose. Okay. True name? Can't run the Pyromancer out, actually, because if we run the Pyromancer out, we just get shot with the Dreadhorde. we need an opportunity to do so. This also has trample, so we're actually just dead. I forgot that Hooting Mandrills has trample. So that's kind of weird. Maybe one less braid. Yep. Wait. Is Vapor Snag better? Vapor Snag does let us hit our stuff. Vapor Snag is better than that, and that is probably better than the second Flusterstorm because, while winning the counter wars is important, okay. Those are going to be my final changes. Snapkeep. So because we're going first, we can afford to grab a duel. Because we aren't... When going first, if your opponent wastelands you and you're going first, them wastelanding you is just a pretty raw play. Like, it's not... You are doing it, and I'm going to judge you forever for it, even if you win. Incidentally, this is why I like playing blue-red, is because you can sometimes avoid that type of thing. So, unless they kept like one of those Ren and 6 hands, for lack of a better phrase to describe them. So we have the Pyroblast if they play a Delver. It might be the Brainstorm retaining priority days. That was a very risky play on my part, by the way. So if they had had another days, they could have gotten both our Delver off the board as well as kept their land. But man, this Vapor Snag is going to feel great. Pardon? Excuse me? Yes, I brought in the gutter snipes. Excellent. Excellent. Fetch. Do it. And then during our turn, we'll bolt them. Alright, we are currently 4-0. With a 1 deck, I feel like proficient with since banning of Ren and 6. Alright, let's see how this last one goes. Optimistic. Shit. Okay, well, that is an issue. We'll figure that out. Oh, you can end up casting, if you play, what's his name? D&T guy, Tomic. If you play Tomic, you can stop Lotus Breach from going off. Yeah, I just now realized that. Completely unrelated. Alright, well, one last one, boys and ladies. Really, friends. Yes, we're just gonna go with the gender neutral friends. Okay, the Vapor Snag was a good touch. I'm very fond of the Vapor Snag. I think the Blood Moons probably would have been better than Sulfuric Vortex. Pour? Oh, pour over the pages. Oh. That one seems way harder. I'm also very glad that there's a discussion going on about how ridiculous ban talk is. Okay. Hand is very greedy, but I'm curious. Also, we can wasteland them to death. They will literally be dead by the time we are done wastelanding them. I should have gone with a red source. That was stupid. Damn. That's pretty intense. All right. Since he's on rug, he has a very limited number of basics, which we are going to punish. Mm-hmm. He definitely. Well, okay, so we've cut him off of one. I wish we had just been able to get all 2 copies of one duel instead of how things turned out. We're going to have this force to pitch to our other force. Run out that true name. Well, let's see if this works. Oh, cool. We have one of each already. That is totally useless. Holy cow. Yep. We got hit with the all the uh, all the lands situation. Now we need a true name to more or less continue playing Magic here. Yikes. Well, That was not going well. So, Pyroblasts. First thing first. Narset. We don't want these Forcibles. At least not much. Or maybe we want Forces more because they're on a list that we can't just hit with the occasional Vapor Snag for a win. We'll go with that. Hopefully the Narset comes in handy because I haven't gotten to use the Narset once. Out of I don't know how many matches I've played with Delver over the past few weeks. I have seen Narset exactly 0 times. I think we brainstorm here. Or wait, no. No. We definitely go for our Dreadhorde. Ooh, we might be able to get there off the back of this Dreadhorde Arcanist. This spicy boy. Yeah, we'll just run out of True Name. Because this early of a True Name is pretty backbreaking for most decks. Okay, so they did have the Force. Ew. Brainstorm. Next turn. Brainstorm. I wonder what they kept as an opener. We're going to keep this. let's see, what do we have coming up? I'm actually okay casting this Delver here because they might be a little on the back foot. Storm count is 6. Oh yeah, really scary. Okay, that's cool. And we have a 3-1 to run out at the end of their turn if they are continuing to do more or less nothing. Okay. So, days are less good here. And we need the forces because we need to be able to stop goifs from being resolved because goifs just ruin our day. And do so pretty easily. Actually, no, too late. Yep. Hand does exactly what it's supposed to. Okay, as long as it is not a Delver to start, this hand is fine. If it was a Delver to start, would have been kind of sketchy. What we're going to do is we're going to ponder here. Hopefully we get to... Should have gone with a fish titty ponder. No. Hmm. We'll see if we can bait out some sort of interaction here. So that way we can... Oh, yes. Good stuff. Nope. Hmm. They don't have the green up for Veil, so I felt comfortable doing that. If they'd had the green for a Veil, well... I hate that. Whenever I cast a True Name Nemesis, I hold my breath like. Like it's gonna do something, which is weird. Alright, welcome to the last game, whoever just joined us. We are playing a league of Legacy Blue Red Delver, and we now have the 5-0. Good games, man. Whew. Intense. Thank you very much, Mitgo. That was outstanding match, and good luck in your next ones. I need to get a lozenge. On that note, everybody, remember, you can watch reruns here on our YouTube, which is linked down below. Follow me at Almost Omniscient on Twitter, which is actually above the little Twitter thing on the screen. And we got a TCG player. Maybe you want to play Blue Red Delver too. Maybe. All right. And I believe that's everything. Have a good night.